This video is to go through the warm-up for a day, so if you haven't yet completed the warm-up, you should go do that first and then watch this video. However, if you have completed the warm-up, I'm going to go through each problem and kind of talk through how I would solve it and what the correct answer is. So if you've already completed the warm-up, keep watching for just a little bit of advice on each problem. So for common rule number 1, remember you're going to look for your coordinating conjunction, which is represented by the acronym FANBOYS. So in this case, we have the word or. And on one side, we have I could go to the movie. That could be a sentence all on its own. On the other side, we have I could wait 2 months for it to come out on DVD. That could be a sentence all on its own. So we're going to put a comma right before it. We do need a comma. And we go right before our coordinating conjunction or. Somebody might have seen the word or here, or sorry, for here, which is not being used as a coordinating conjunction anyway. But even if you did and you tested it, you'd see it to come out on DVD, and that would be confusing. So you definitely wouldn't put a comma around that. I lost that so long ago. This is an example where so is not actually being used as a conjunction, but if you look at I lost that, that could be a sentence, but long ago is not a sentence all on its own. So this one does not even need a comma, even if this was a coordinating conjunction. I ran home and grabbed my backpack. We have the word and here. I ran home is the first part of it, and then grab my backpack is the second part. This part, grab my backpack, is not a sentence all on its own, so you don't need a comma. I would go, but I have to study. Here we have the word but separating I would go. That could be a sentence on its own. I have to study. That could be a sentence on its own, so it goes right before the word but. For rule number 2, again, we're going to have something coming at the beginning that we could take out and still keep the main part of the sentence. So for the first one, we have however taken out, and it says I didn't know that. That works as a sentence on its own. So it's going to be after however. Notice that I don't have no comma even as an option here because you'll have a comma for all of these. Here, if we take out whenever, we have you are ready, I am also ready. That's too much. Already, I am also ready. Ready, I am also ready. Here we have I am also ready. That works. So this part could be taken out at the beginning. So we're going to put it right after, ready. If you don't go, I will go instead. If we start at the beginning, you don't go, I will go instead. Don't go, I will go instead. Go, I will go instead. I will go instead. There we reach the main part of our sentence. So it's after the first go. In the evening, I like to play video games. If we start at the beginning, in can be taken out. The evening, I like to play video games. Evening, I like to play video games. I like to play video games. Okay, we've reached the main part of the sentence, so it's after evening. This really is focused on common rule number 3, but 4 is kind of tied in there as well a little. I haven't seen the movie Rogue One yet. Here, movie and Rogue One refer to the same thing. However, if we took out Rogue One, we would just say I haven't seen the movie yet. So we actually need this title in here for it to make sense. So we don't have anything we could take out and no comma would be needed. I read his first book, Player Piano, last year. Player Piano and first book refer to the same thing. There can only be one first book. So in this case, Player Piano could be taken out, so we'd put commas around it. My only dog, Herman, ran away last week. Here, Herman refers to the same thing as only dog. There's only one that it could refer to, so Herman could be taken out without changing the meaning of the sentence. In this one, Shane and Kurt, her two best friends, visited her yesterday. Her two best friends refer to the same people as Shane and Kurt, so that could be taken out. And we would put commas around her two best friends, just like this. My Uncle Scott makes amazing chili. Here, you could have many different uncles, so we actually need the name Scott here to specify who we're talking about. So it would not go around Scott like I just clicked. It would actually get no comma. And down here, Chuck, my neighbor, came over yesterday. Here, my neighbor is giving me more information about Chuck, and it could be taken out of the sentence, so we would put it around my neighbor. If we submit this, I should have all of them right if I made the key correctly. I did, 14 out of 14. Hopefully that helps you with any of the ones that you might have missed. If not, please talk to one of the teachers in the room so that they can help clarify it as well. Okay. You can then move on to common rule number 5 and continue with today's assignment. Thank you.